There, we're good there. Okay. All right, we're a couple minutes late. We're playing around on the other end. I don't know, people were getting booted off because we haven't done live with our Zoom for a while. So we have our highly practiced yogis on Zoom. So I said we're going to do a little more challenging today. So hopefully everybody can see me. We're good. All right. All right, we're good. Everybody close your eyes. Find yourself on your mat. And let's begin. Just take a big deep breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth, sigh it out. Again, big breath in, fill up your belly, fill up your ribs, fill up your chest. Pause at the top, and then empty. Just notice what's going on in your body this morning. Notice where you're maybe holding any tension. Feel your sitting bones on your mat. Really press those sitting bones. So if you maybe need to like shimmy a little bit side to side and feel them rooting on down into your mat. Pull your belly in. Create a nice long spine so the crown of your head is lifting on up. Shoulders drop down and back. Feel your chest opening and expanding as you continue to draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Continue to lift the crown of your head up. And keep pressing your sitting bones down into your mat. And then take one of those nice big breaths here and notice how that feels. Open on up, let it go. Again, big breath in, breath out. You can bring your arms on down by your sides. And we'll just do a little gentle twist, kind of get our spine woken up this morning. So that left hand over to your right knee, right arm comes right behind your tailbone, and you pull your belly in. Twist on over to the right. And keep drawing your shoulders down and away. Inhale, create that length, lifting up tall. Exhale, maybe twist and deepen just a little more. Pull that belly in as you inhale. Come forward, cross your right arm around in a nice curl of your spine here. Maybe even some rocking and rolling on those sitting bones, whatever feels good. Notice that space between your shoulder blades and your back, and as you create those little movements, how that might change something. And if you feel you want to stay there, you can stay there. If you want to just rock into it. So for me, I feel a little bit more sensation in my upper left shoulder blade. I'm sure you feel it somewhere different. Inhale, lift on up. Right hand stays right where it is. Left arm comes across as that belly pulls in. Continue to drop your shoulders down. Keep lifting. Releasing those shoulders down. Inhale your length. Exhale, twist and deepen once more. Inhale, bring that left arm around. And go ahead, take a cat curl on this side. And noticing what you feel on this side here. Just that little shift. And if you want to sway a little bit, rock back and forth on those sitting bones. Inhale, lift on up. You can uncross your arms, maybe just a couple of circles with your shoulders here, loosening them up. All right, good. Let's crawl onto all fours. We're going to get working on our hips. My knee's not going to be so good to sit on here with this, but we're going to spread our knees wide. Let's sink right back into child's pose. So bring your bum right on down to the soles of your feet towards your heels. Stretch your arms long and wide onto your mat. Let your pinky fingers even hang on off. Keep dropping those hips down. Keep reaching with your fingers. Melt your chest down to your mat. Big breath in. Exhale. Again, continue with those nice big breaths, and with each exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, come on up into table. Bring your knees together. From here we're going to curl our toes under and right into down dog. So our feet are hips width apart. And you can play with wherever you put your hands. So if you need to move and adjust. And maybe pedaling out your dog, bending one knee and then the other. You can hear everything cracking like Rice Krispies over here. Whoa. Right. And then come to stillness. Really press your triads of your hands on into your mat. Feel your shoulders again, still drawing away from your ears here. Slight bend to your knees, and your tailbone lifts on up to the ceiling. Big breath in, big breath out. Next inhale, step your right foot to your right thumb and take a runner's lunge. So if you need to take a few steps to get there, then take a few steps to get there. We're going to rock forward on our back foot, so we're on the toe ball mounds of our foot and our ankle stacked over our toes. Our front foot's going to come kind of towards this 90-degree angle. And still those shoulders are still drawing away from our ears. Gaze right to the front of your mat. Plant your hands down and then bring that foot back right into plank. And then go ahead, take down dog again. So right back, and if you need to pedal out your dog again, work your hips. Keep with that big deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And then coming to stillness again. Feel those shoulders melt away. Belly pulls in. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, left foot steps forward into your runner's lunge here. Go again, however many steps. That back toe, we want our heel stacking on over our back toes. Right foot kind of working, or that left foot working towards the 90-degree angle. Gaze right at the top, so keep your spine long. Your neck is in line with your spine. Two more breaths here. Go ahead, plant your hands down, step that left foot back right into plank again. So just briefly. And then bring your hips on up, take down dog. And some more pedaling if you want. Great. Coming to stillness once more. Take 2 breaths here. Really feel that spine lengthening. Come on down to your knees into table, and then sink back into child's pose with your knees together. Release your lower back. Full breaths. Feel your belly rising on your chest. Feel the air coming in. Rock yourself on back up into table. Curl your toes back into down dog. We're going to step our right foot forward into crescent lunge. So however you get there, if you need to shift and move around, both feet are facing forward. And our hips come to neutral, so we play with that whole hip pelvis tilting. Much as we can sink down, stacking that back foot again over our toes, the heel over the toes. And then lift your arms on up. Shoulders sink down, gaze straight ahead. So find your drishti, your gazing point, and then match your breath with what you're looking at. Alright, so I said we'll give you a little challenge this morning. So we're going to slowly straighten that back leg. You can leave a little bend to it. Bring your hands to prayer. We're going to take our left elbow and we're going to bring it to the outside of our right leg. So we're going to twist on over to the right and then drop it on down. So notice if your back foot is kind of cyclicking, and try to keep that back foot straight. Keep pressing your hands into one another. See if you can get your elbows to stack, and then lift your chest on up to the right. Maybe you can lift your gaze towards the ceiling. Keep spinning open. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, come back to center. Plant your hands down. You can drop your back leg. Uncurl your back toes, sink back. Take a little hamstring stretch here. Flex that front foot. Go ahead, tilt your pinky toe sides down, so you're going to 45-degree angle, so you've got your toes down towards your pinky. Back to center, and then dip the big toe down. Come on, back to center. Rock forward, bring your hands forward. We're just going to come back into table, and then into child's pose. So you can take child's pose however you want. Again, with your knees together, it's going to release your lower back. With your knees apart, it's going to open up your hips. Let's inhale back to table. Curl our toes. Once more, back to down dog. Left foot comes forward, however you take to get there, into our crescent warrior. So again, hips are square. You can keep your hands on your hips just to check that they're neutral. Arms come on up. Shoulders sink down. Spread all 10 of your fingers. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer. And we're going to twist to the right, connecting, or the left rather, connecting your right elbow to the outside of that left leg. Spinning your chest on open to the side. All right, inhale, come back to center. Plant your hands down, bring your leg back. Drop your knees on down. Go ahead, child's pose. Then sit up. We got to stretch that hamstring on the left side too. I forgot that. So you can bring your left leg around. Flex your left foot, however you get there. You don't have to be fancy. So this is that whole listening to your body thing. This is my knee that got the roto-rooter business. So I know not to sit at a certain angle. So I'm just going to listen to my body. Pinky toe on down. Come on back up and then dip that big toe down. Back to center. Bring it around. Go ahead. One more child's pose here. And let's take a puppy while we're here. So come onto your forearms. Spread your fingers wide. Our arms about hips width apart. And we're going to curl our toes under, pressing your hands and our forearms into the mat. And then just lifting on up our hips, our gaze between our toes. Belly pulls in. Breath in. Breath out. All right, go ahead, drop on down. Come on back to table. And we're going to get moving into, again here, so back into down dog. Right foot forward. We're going to spin our back foot flat into warrior one. So however you're going to take to get there, you want to make sure your front heel and your back heel, if we could draw a line to the two of them. Our hips are square to the front. So if that means you got to shift your back foot in a little bit more, it might be like at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Arms on up. Breath in. Breath out. Keep sinking your shoulders down. Two more breaths. On your next inhale, open up your arms, warrior one. So that back foot's going to spin so it's parallel to the mat. Front foot is working towards a 90-degree angle and keeping your shoulders stacked over your hips. Gaze can be right over that front middle finger. And kind of like a little tug of war with your arms reaching in opposite directions. Yeah, soft bend in your elbows. And shoulders keep relaxing down. And we breathe. Take that left arm, we're going to tuck the front palm, press it right into your lower back, flip your front palm up, and as you're pressing your back, your hand into your sacrum, lift on up and take a proud warrior. You're going to feel a nice stretch in your right side body. Big breaths. Really feel your chest rising and falling with each breath. One more big inhale. Exhale. We're going to bring that right elbow right down to our right knee, like we're holding a platter right out front in front of us. And then take that left arm like now we've got a big beach ball. Told you I'd give you a little challenge today. I guess I should have called this a little more challenging yoga. So kind of notice what sensations are arising probably in your front leg. See if you can continue to use your core and not dumping in. All right, release your arm and then let's just spin that leg, come on up. Ooh. Let's take a minute. Bring yourself to standing. Close our eyes down. Take a deep breath in. Breath out. Again, breath in. Notice what you're feeling. If you still have sensation in your legs and your sides, just kind of embrace those challenges here. You're alive. All right, arms come down by our sides. Nice wide-legged stance. So about a leg's length in between. Bring our hands to our hips. Inhale. Exhale, fold on over, keeping a nice long spine. Soft bend in your knees so you're not locking your spine. Come all the way down, let your head hang heavy. Arms can come down to the mat. And then rock yourself slightly towards the balls of your feet. Maybe your hands, your fingers point in the opposite behind you. You can use your arms to tug yourself a little. Bring your hands right underneath you. We're going to take that right hand, put it right in the center of your mat. Bring your left arm, reach it on up to the ceiling, so a spinal twist here. That long spine. Keep breathing. Notice where your mind is going. Inhale. Exhale, bring that left hand down, put it right where your other hand is, and just bring your right arm on up. Nice and slow and easy. There's no rush, nowhere to go. This is what we're doing. This is what we set the time aside for. Inhale, exhale, twist back down, bring both hands to the mat. Go ahead, fold on over one more time here, just let it go. Let everything loose and heavy and hang. Come on up halfway. I'm just going to do some like lateral lunges here. So walk yourself on over to the right. Open on up on the left side of your leg. And then walk your hands on over to the left side. Maybe that right foot lifts up a little bit. One more time to the right. Really feel the sensations and notice that muscle just feeling that good stretch all the way down your leg. And one more to the left. Come on back to center. Bring your hands to your hips, belly pulls in, come on, lift up halfway. And then come all the way up. Oh, so good. All right, let's bring our feet on back in together. Hands come to prayer. Take a brief rest here. So how about a clearing breath? Breathe in. Exhale. Again, through your nose. Big breath in. Open your mouth. Let it go. All right, other side. Now I got to remember what we did. Here we go. All right, so left foot's going to be forward. I believe we did warrior. Warrior one sounds good, right? Okay. So that the heels are in line, hips are square, left foot forward, arms come on up. So find something new here. If you spun on your mat or if you're looking in the same direction, I kind of like to look at things from different viewpoints here. So if you're able to, you kind of like to see what's going on, but it's kind of good to spin around on your mat and see something different. That back edge of your back foot is slicing on into the mat, and it's going to open on up your hips even more. One more breath. Next inhale, open on up, warrior two. Back foot spins parallel to the mat, so our hips are opening towards the front now. Again, check your shoulders in line with your hips. Check your front knee. If it's kind of caving in too, we want to nudge that on out. Check if your toes are gripping, and if you're efforting where you don't need to effort. Take that back hand, go ahead and rest the back of your palm onto your sacrum. Flip your front palm on up. Take proud warrior. Lift on up. Open up that left side. Keep pressing your feet on into the mat, maybe sinking a little lower. That sensation in your legs. Inhale, bring your left elbow right to that knee without completely using that weight for support. It's just resting there. Right arm comes up, grab that big beach ball, and spin your chest on open to the ceiling. Maybe your gaze can come up to that top hand. Notice what you're doing with that bottom arm. One more breath. Exhale. Breathe in, bring that right arm down, left arm down. Spin your toes on in, and then let's walk ourselves on in nice. Notice here if your heart's kind of picked up a little bit in speed, if your breath has quickened. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth. Let it go. Good. Ungrip those toes again from the mat. Lift and spread all of your 10 toes and then just place them down. Bring our arms down by our sides, Samastitihi, shoulders come down. And we're going to take eagle legs. So shift your weight onto your left foot. We're going to emptying out that right foot completely. And then we're going to cross our right leg over our left leg. Keep drawing your shoulders down away from your ears, your fingers reaching down. Gaze straight ahead. Find your drishti, that will help with your balance. Breath in. Breath out. One more, breath in. Exhale, unwind. Good. Maybe take a minute and bring your hands to prayer. Feel that solid, both feet on the ground. Clear your breath in and out. Arms back down by your sides. Shift the weight onto your right foot, emptying out your left. And then on your inhale, just cross that left leg on over. Trying to keep your hips square. Some people can go ahead and tuck their toes all the way around. You don't want to bind yourself too tightly. Maybe bending your knee a little bit more, the standing leg might help. Breath in and out. Last one. And unwind. All right, let's do full eagle because I see y'all got it. You're fine. So, empty your right leg. Weight onto your left. Right leg crosses over. Side wobble. Arms come out by your sides. Right arm under, left arm over, eagle arms. All right, unwind. Weight onto both legs. Shift the weight onto your right. Left leg comes over. Arms come up, left arm under, right arm over, eagle arms. Keep those hips square. And unwind. Okay, that's good for balance today, yeah? That's good. All right. Let's do triangle. So if you have a block, grab your block. A block's a good thing to keep handy for triangle. I like my block. I'm going to put it just to the outside over by like a foot and about a foot and a half away from the top. I'm going to step my right foot right to the outside edge of that block. We're going to have our hips somewhat opened here. So let's get into our warrior two. And we're going to just pull that back hip. Keep pulling that back hip all the way back. Reach with your front arm. So we're straightening, but you can still keep the bend in your right knee. And then just hinge and bring that right hand to meet the block. You can take the block on up with you. Keep opening and spinning your chest on up. So the triangle is this big hip opening. Keep tucking that top hip over the bottom hip. Keep drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Keep breathing. All right, grab that block with your hand as you come up. And we're going to just spin our feet. We're going to head in the other direction. So block into our left hand. The left foot spins to the top of your mat, which may be the back of your mat now, so maybe you're not looking at me. That's okay. Perfect. Perfect. You got it. Right, arms reach out. Draw that right hip back. Keep drawing. Reach forward with your left arm. And then just rotate those arms. Drop them on down. Right arm reaches up. That right hip just spins and stacks on top of the left. Keep opening your hips. Spinning and opening. Maybe the gaze comes on up towards your top hand. your block B. Bring your arms on up. Spin your toes on in. Let's bring our feet together. Come bring our hands to prayer. Take a deep breath in. Breath out. One more breath in. Breath out. And let's do pyramid. So looking at the top of your mat, step your right foot forward about just as like a stride length apart, keeping your hips square. Inhale, lift on up. Pull your belly in, shoulders drop down. Exhale, hinging at your hips, fold forward. You can bring your arms on down. And keep drawing that right hip back, your left hip forward, and then let your head hang here. Nice hamstring stretch. I told you a little challenge today, right? So it's kind of a balancing challenge. We're going to rock forward onto that front foot a little bit, and you're going to lift your back like a standing yoga split. So you may just lift it up a little bit. You've got your hands here to balance you, trying to keep your hips square. So you may not lift that leg at all. And if you really want to play with balance, you can try wrapping a hand around the back of your calf. Let your head hang heavy. Release it down. Bring your feet together and then just fold forward. Bend your knees. Really bend your knees. Hands come down to the mat. Shake your head around here. Let it loose like a bobblehead doll. All right. Come up slightly. We're going to separate our feet hips width apart. Take your two peace fingers and we're going to hook them onto your big toes and create a flat back, halfway lift. And on your exhale, bring your elbows wide, pull yourselves down and lift your tailbone on up. Nice, nice stretch here. Breathing in and out. And your knees can be as bent as you need them to be, or you can gradually work towards straightening them. They will not straighten all the way, and they shouldn't. Right, release your hands. You can heel toe your feet back together. Slowly come standing on up, one vertebrae at a time. Maybe a little whoosh. So if you want to close your eyes down here. Breath in and out. Really ground yourself again. All right, and we will do pyramid on the other side. So left foot forward. Hips are square. Inhale, lift on up. Shoulders drop back, belly pulls in. Exhale, fold. Arms come on down. If you have two blocks here, sometimes I like to use two blocks. That's a good thing too. I feel like I can get a little deeper into it. But keep pulling like somebody's got their hand right in your hip socket here, pulling it on back. Nice breaths in and out. Let's play with that standing split on this side. So bring your weight into your front foot. Lift your back leg on up. And keeping your hips, so if you need to drop your leg, maybe wrap your hand around your back calf. Bring that foot on down to meet the other. We're going to come all the way up. Big inhale up. Sweep your arms on up. Hands to prayer. Bring them through heart center. Big breath in through your nose. Open up. Exhale. One more. Big breath in. Exhale. Right, we're going to flop onto our mats, onto our bellies. So however you want to get there, whatever graceful way it looks like or ungraceful way, don't matter. Okay, here we are. Can you see me? Okay, we're going to do, floor bow, one at a time. So take your left arm and bring it parallel to the top of your mat. The right knee is going to bend, and you're going to reach back and grab the outside of your foot. Flex your right foot, and then lift on up. So you're lifting your quad away from your mat, pulling your belly in, and you can use that front hand to press yourself up taller. Gaze straight ahead. Your foot is active. Your arms pulling, your legs pulling, you're resisting yourself. Nice breath in and release it down. If you want, you can bring your head down to your forearms. Take a break here. Notice if your heartbeat just went up a little bit, your breath went up. And then leave your right arm parallel. Bend your left leg. And take the other side. So if you need to adjust your arms, move it forward. Really press your hips on into your mat. Breath in, out. Release it down. Bring your arm forward again, your forehead down. Take a breath. We're going to bring our chin down to our mat, bring both arms long, and we're going to take floor bow with both legs, so bend both knees. If you need to bring your legs wide to grab them, you can do that. Bring them back together. And then on the inhale, lift on up. Flex your feet, opening your shoulders. Breath in, breath out. One more breath in. Exhale, release it down. Nice. Windshield, wipe your legs back and forth. Massage those quads. All right, come to stillness. Bring your legs down. Bring your hands on down by your lower ribs. Press your tops of your feet on into your mat and your pelvis into the mat. Lift on up. Just take a little cobra here. Shoulders draw down. And keep pressing the tops of your feet in. Breath in. Breath out. On your next inhale, we're going to press on back and push ourselves right into child's pose. Counter stretch. Right, come on up, bring yourselves onto your bums. Legs on forward. We're going to take our right leg, cross it on over our left, just a little bit of a stretch for our IT bands here. You can hug that leg on in, sitting up nice and tall. Gaze straight ahead. So again, all about the effort and the ease. So right now what's working is in the muscles in our leg. Our faces should be soft. Shoulders relaxed. If you want to bend that left leg, we're going to do a seated figure 4 from here. So you're going to bend your left leg, your right foot comes up. Keep that foot flexed to protect your knee. And if you want, you can bring your arms with your fingers opposite behind you there. Just sit yourself on up. Maybe gradually scooting that front leg a little bit closer. Keep that foot flexed. Keep breathing. Drawing your shoulders down and away. Uncross your leg. Let's bring both legs out right in front of you. Arms lift up. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Again, your knees can be so bent here. Just good release for your lower back. If you have a strap or a towel, you want to tie them around your feet. Just use that to reach and give yourself a little assist. Inhale, sit on up. Left leg, we're going to just bend that, cross it on over. Nice and tall. Just find your breath here. Notice if your mind is already wandering, like thinking, okay, what time is it? What do I got to do? Bring it back to whatever sensations you've got going in your body. Bend that right leg into our seated figure 4. Flex that left foot. Certainly this side for me feels so different every time. If you feel like making little movements, you can make little movements, or you want to be still, you can be still. There's no right, no wrong. Unravel yourselves. Legs stretch long. We'll do one more stretch forward. Arms lift on up. And then hinge. Nice and long spine. Trying to keep that spine long, not necessarily curving and hunching and getting our nose to touch anything down there. Inhale, come on up. We're going to do another counter stretch. So if we point our fingers, bring our arms down by our sides, fingers are pointing opposite. Our feet come in and we're going to take reverse table. So just lift your hips on up, drop your shoulders back. You can leave your neck on up, or if you feel comfortable, you can drop your head back. Keep lifting your hips. Pressing your feet on down into the mat. Shoulders are opening, hips opening. Breath in. Exhale, bring yourself on down. Stretch your legs long. Almost there, all the way down to your mat. I feel like Shavasana is almost due here. Let's see. Let's do one more spinal twist. So bring your right knee on in. You can grab behind your leg. Let's give it a couple of movements back and forth. We did do a lot with our hips today. Rolling that hip around. And then taking that right leg, crossing it over your body, teeing out your right arm, and then maybe your gaze goes over your right shoulder. Relax both of your shoulders down onto the mat. So maybe your leg doesn't go so far over. On back to center. One more nice hug in. squeeze that leg on in, stretch it long. Take a full body stretch. Maybe your hands are clasped together at the top. Belly pulls in, really hollow that belly. Exhale, left knee comes on in. You can grab either behind your thigh or your shin. Little movements. And then cross your leg right on over. Again, teeing out your arms, both shoulders relax down. Gaze maybe on over to your left. Inhale, bring it in. One more squeeze here. And long stretch, full body stretch. Big breath. Exhale, both knees come on in. Little ball, roll out. Massage that spine. And then you can release your feet on down. Stretch your legs long to each corner of the mat. Shoulders open up, palms spin on up, eyes closed down. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth, let it go, and take Shavasana. So we're not going to be here very long, and if you're normally one to ditch out of Shavasana, just stay here. It's going to be very brief. Let all the benefits sink in. Of course, if you always want to take a longer Shavasana, you're welcome to do that too. Bring one knee on into your chest. Bring the other knee on in. A couple rocks and rolls. Roll on over to your right side into a fetal position. And then sitting on up. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Through your nose, take a deep breath in. Open up your mouth, sigh it out. Together we'll bring our thumb knuckles to our forehead and we'll bow and say, Namaste. All right, let me turn you off. Thank you.